Good morning, church. Today I want to focus on verse 5 of Psalm 143. I remember the days of old. I meditate on all that you have done. I ponder the works of your hands. And so recently I came across the phrase odium sanctum. It's Latin for holy leisure, which really means take the time to stop and smell the roses. And so as we were planning this family trip today and cramming into the four-wheel drive truck all 6 family members plus the dog in the back, I started thinking, how can I use this group to really ponder God's creation? And before I knew it, I had an idea. The idea was to encourage all my family members as we hike to really take odium sanctum to heart, to stop and smell the roses, to ponder, and then at the end of the trip, come together and individually share what they had come up with through that meditative exercise.
One way I ponder the work of God's hands is just by appreciating and marveling at the different seasons that He's given us and how we enjoy doing fun things in the winter and the snow, but then we appreciate the summer so much more when it comes in the warm weather, and I just think that's a blessing.
One way that I ponder the work of God's hands is in His reflection of people. Walking on this trail with my new family and Encyclopedia Blair just blabbing away and Rana just charging ahead looking for the solace of a silent trailhead and my Iron Giant next to me just flying by, I realize that every single person is reflected in some way of God and just how amazing and how many incredible characteristics He has that we haven't even heard about.
The way I like to ponder the work of God's hands is by being out amongst all of His creation. I love seeing the creativity that He did in making these evergreen trees, or making the trees that the leaves fall off every year, or seeing these huge, beautiful mountains. And being able to see His creativity helps me to see the creativity that we reflect as image bearers of God. And it's really cool. I like to take pictures and videos, and so I like letting God's creativity spur my own creativity, and that's what's cool for me.
One way I ponder the work of God's hands is while I'm out here in nature, I just listen for the sounds, with the birds chirping or the bees buzzing or the water flowing. And I just find myself getting lost in nature, and it really helps me connect with God on a different level.
As I ponder the work of God's hands, I just stand in awe and marvel at His majesty that is displayed through all of creation. And I think of this season of new life in nature as well as new life in our church body. And we celebrate and welcome Danny and Brandy Mangione's new baby, the gift of God's workmanship within the mother's womb. How marvelous.
Wow, that was really fun. I'm so excited that you guys were so flexible enough to play along with me and practice some odium sanctum, stopping and smelling the roses. And what a great way to ponder our Heavenly Father and get to know Him better through what He has made, through the individual personalities, the rocks, the animals, the plants. Therefore, I would really encourage all of you to examine your life. How could you put more time this week into studying what God has made in more detail in a meditative way? That way you'll be getting to know your Heavenly Father better, and the communion will grow deeper each day. Remember the days of old. No, I remember the days of old.
Hold on, just start from remember the days of old.
Action. Test.
Okay, we're ready.
Okay. Wow, we had a lot of fun today, didn't we?
Sorry, your legs are crossed and it's, yeah. Action.
Wow, we really had a lot of fun today, didn't we?
Yes, we did.
God's creation and in this specific location.
Okay, ready when you are.
All right, so that now that you've seen how it's done, I would like to challenge you to go.
One way I ponder the work of God's hands is as I'm going here through, I ponder the work of God's,
Sorry, I wasn't going. Okay, go for it.
and I just get lost in His mighty work. I don't know. I cannot, I'm so bad at this. Why am I so bad? The bees buzzing, and I just really connect with God. I can't do this.
whether I'm seeing the small little leaf, whether I see the veins of the leaves or the huge mountains. It's just awesome. We'll just do another take. We'll see how it goes.
I'm gonna lose the shit. Man, my feet are already muddy anyway, who cares?
And don't clap if you can help it.
Okay.
Like when you're like, new creation body, you're clapping your hands.
Celebrating.
Think about how ways you could stop and smell the roses. Wow, we had a lot of fun. I was really glad that my family was able to come along and jump through the hoops of.
The dog is right under me.
Yeah.
I can't believe you decided to say anything.
All right. Wow, wasn't that fun, everybody?
Yep.
I'm really glad that you were able to join in with me and pondering God's creation and having the ability to really grasp and grip it, grab into what grasp and grip it, grab into what grasp and grip it, grab into what God's trying to teach us. As you,
Who wants a milkshake?
Whoa! Whoa!